What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. As you know, it is October, which means the UCS Venator has officially came out, and today I am going to be trying to make space for it. Originally, I was going to put a shelf up here and have the Venator, but I decided I want to have Diagon Alley right there to kind of blend in with my city, and I think it would make for a good Harry Potter display. So that means we have a change of plans here, and I now have to find a new place for the Venator. I also wasn't sure if the old spot would even fit it, but I am confident that this new area will be perfect for it. It is deep enough to house the Venator, and it should be long enough as well, and it'll look great next to the Republic gunship. I'm still going to put a shelf up here, though, in this video, but I thought it'd look cool above the Clone Wars poster, but I think it'll ultimately be better next to the UCS gunship for the Venator display. But anyway, that means we're going to have to severely change up all of our displays here. I'm also going to be modifying a few of my ship stands too, just so I can fit more LEGO Star Wars ships on each shelf. That way I am able to make space for the Venator and display the ships I do have in a better area. So we're going to start off with the Justifier. It's very, very dusty, as you can see here. I haven't dusted this since I got it, so probably good to do that. And here is the kind of before and after. It looks much cleaner, and we're going to make the stand actually a bit more sturdy. Before, I just had two separate stands, which is not the sturdiest thing in the world, so we're just going to get this basic plate here and connect the two different stands. There we go. It is now much more stable, and something I really wanted to accomplish was to kind of have this at an angle. I really like when I have my ships kind of in this downward angle as if they're flying into battle, and I think it highlights the details on the ships much better. So there is our Justifier finished, and we're going to modify a few other ships. I'm just going to reorganize. The only shelf that's going to stay the same is the Vader's Castle one, because I'm still very happy with that. And as you can see, there's so much dust on these shelves. I really need to do a better job of dusting, but that's another topic for another day. Let's go ahead and just, while we're here, go ahead and like Clorox the shelf so they're not like disgusting. And here we have all of my prequel / Clone Wars sets on my bed, ready to be redisplayed, and I am very excited to kind of change up the ships. I think it'll make my collection look a lot more new and fresh. You know, I've had the same layout for a bit now, so it's always good to change things up. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to like lower the height of my Coruscant Guard gunship a little bit, because I am moving it, so it doesn't need to be as tall as I had it before. The only reason I had it as tall as it was so it could actually fit next to the UCS gunship, but now we'll just have it below it. Also, we have one of my first LEGO Star Wars sets I got recently, Anakin's Jedi Interceptor from 2014, and I'm just going to modify this guy to have like a more forward look to it, and I really like it. It highlights more of the details. Here is our new shelf right here with the gunship, and then I've decided I'm just going to leave the clone turbo tank and the ATTE the same. There's nothing wrong with this shelf. I think it looks good, but here is our new shelf for the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian Starfighter. I think it looks really great. It's got like a Season 7 Clone Wars vibe to it. The next ship I'm going to change up is the General Grievous' Starfighter. This has remained the same since I got it, but here we have, similar to what I did with Anakin's Interceptor, I kind of have it at a forward look, and here's kind of like my dark side / separatist and / bounty hunter display right there. And then the final thing we're going to modify is my Mandalorian Fang Fighter. I'm just going to make the stand a little bit taller, and we're going to clear off this top shelf so that I can fit it here, and there is the finished product. We were able to move the Mandalorian Fang Fighter up here with the other kind of Mandalorian / Ahsoka sets, and I'm very proud of it. I think it looks really great. It's a nice addition to the fleet, and it, of course, freed up some shelf space so that we can move the Bad Batch shuttle where the Fang Fighter was, and I'm very proud of it. Now we have to, of course, move the Ewok Village and this tiny little Death Star gift with purchase. So it is now time to put up our shelf. As you can see here, I've already marked the holes as to where they are going to go. So that's good. I already have my wood as well. So we are ready to put this shelf up. In the future, I am going to move the Ewok Village and the Death Star above here. But for now, their temporary home will be in front of, or on top of the Clone Wars poster. I do plan to get this Death Star soon, but we'll see. It's very expensive, but that would be a good addition to go next to the Ewok Village. But anyway, here is kind of like the finished look, though, of the prequel area here. We can see Vader's Castle is, of course, the same, but we do have a new Bounty Hunter / Dark Side display here, and I really like it. I'm very proud of it. I think it looks really nice. I'm able to fit a lot here without it looking too cluttered. It is a little cluttered, but like, what can you expect? I think it looks great, and I did everything I could. And then the next shelf, I really like the Season 7 of Clone Wars vibes. We've got the 332nd Troopers Battle Pack, as well as the Duel on Mandalore, and of course the Mandalorian Starfighter, the new 501st Battle Pack. And then we do have the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle, which I think looks really great. And then above this hasn't changed at all. I just have the ATTE and the Clone Turbo Tank still here, but the next shelf has changed quite a bit. We've got, I changed it up since I last showed this off, but I think it looks a bit more clean now. It's got most of our Republic ships here, and then a few other Republic fighter tanks and like 501st battle packs here as well. And then we have the UCS gunship right here, and then the Ewok Village, which we are about to move pretty soon. But there is one last look at everything that we have over here. I think it looks really nice. I'm excited to add some new sets to it, especially the UCS Venator. I think that'll be amazing. I'm gonna order that this Friday, but when you guys are seeing this, I'll have already ordered it, which will be great. Very excited for that. I will, of course, be showing off that, and we'll probably do a few live streams on it too, so stay tuned for that. We've got some very exciting updates with the Venator coming soon, but anyway, I've prolonged this long enough. Let's just go ahead and hang up this shelf. We've got these two shelf brackets from Home Depot, and as you can see, they line up very nicely with the holes that I've already done. So now all we have to do is we have to prepare our wall and just get rid of all of the LEGO sets that I have hanging, and some of the ones that might get dusty from the sawdust, because you do have to drill into the wall. And here is the aftermath. I've just got a bunch of stuff on my bed, but boom, there is the finished product. We have the Ewok Village up here, and the new shelf is now placed. I really like it. It's a nice little corner shelf. Everything lines up very nicely. I think it will look great. Here's what I have so far. I think I really like having the Ewok Village right here. It really highlights it, and I feel like since I have it more elevated, it just looks much more impressive than it did before, which it deserves all the attention it can get. It's one of my rarest LEGO Star Wars sets. And then we also have the Endor Speeder Chase diorama right next to it, as well as the Death Star 2 Gifts with Purchase. Looks really great. I love this Endor shelf. I'm very proud of it, but the future plans for this, I'm gonna try and put Diagon Alley right here, and then maybe if I have space, Gringotts, and that'll blend very nicely into my planned Harry Potter shelf. Of course, though, I will move Ewok Village and the Death Star 2 over here once I do that, but that's probably not for a while, as both sets are very expensive. So for now, this is the layout. I'm very proud of it. I'm excited to finally fit the Venator into all of this, and I think it'll make for a great display piece. I think the UCS Venator is probably one of my most hyped LEGO sets ever. I'm wondering if I'll like it more than the UCS Millennium Falcon. The UCS Falcon has always been my favorite set, but we'll have to see if that changes when I get the Venator. But that is all for today. I think a very productive video. I was able to finally make space for this like massive LEGO set, but stay tuned for updates on that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.